The Ballad of the Renaissance Curacao Resort Casino, or How I Paid $500 a Night to be Treated Like a Peasant. Oh, my darlings, gather round, for I have a tale so tragic, so absurd, it could only be true. A story of betrayal, of false promises, of a place that calls itself luxury, but delivers the energy of a middle school cafeteria after the lunch ladies quit. Let me set the scene. I arrive at the Renaissance Curacao Resort Casino. How regal the name sounds. Expecting marble floors, hushed elegance, perhaps a chilled towel and a smile. Instead, I am greeted by a mall. Yes, a mall, not even a good one. The kind where the escalators are broken, and the only store still open is a sad kiosk selling knockoff perfume. First sin, the noise apocalypse. I am given a room on the third floor directly below what I can only assume is a nightly rave hosted by elephants in stilettos. Bang, thump, screech. I call the front desk, trembling, my delicate nerves frayed like an old sweater. The manager's response, "We told you there'd be a party." Oh, pardon me, I must have missed the fine print that said sleep is for the weak, peasant. Why this is bad. Sleep is not a privilege, my loves. It is a human right. To charge hundreds of dollars a night and then subject guests to what sounds like a construction site mixed with a nightclub is not luxury. It is torture. Second sin, the buffet of despair, the dining experience, or should I say, the endurance test. The Renaissance Curacao boasts 2 a la carte restaurants. 2, except plot twistone is closed and the other stops serving at 7 p.m. So my only option, the buffet. Now I am no stranger to buffets, but this was sad. The food sat there, limp, lukewarm, like it had given up on life long before I arrived. The all-inclusive experience meant standing in line for 15 minutes just to get a Coke, followed by a 3-minute paperwork ritual because nothing says relaxing vacation like signing a receipt for a soda. Why this is bad. A buffet should not taste like regret. If I wanted to eat food that had lost the will to live, I would have stayed home and microwaved leftovers. And all-inclusive should mean no paperwork unless we raise signing divorce papers from this nightmare hotel. Third sin, the theft of my beloved earbuds. Now, my darlings, we reach the true crime portion of our story. I, in my infinite trust, left my 280 earbuds on a towel in my room. A simple mistake. I messaged housekeeping, please do not touch them. They confirmed they wouldn't, and yet, poof, gone, vanished, like my faith in humanity. The hotel's response, we looked, but oopsie, no luck, no compensation. Not even a free sad buffet dinner as a consolation prize, just radio silence for 2 months. Why this is bad. If a hotel cannot keep my belongings safe, what can they do? Charge me $63 for a late checkout, apparently. Fourth sin, the staff who clearly hate us. Oh, the staff. Sweet, overworked, underpaid souls who have clearly been trained in the art of avoiding eye contact. Need a microwave for your sad travel snack? Too bad. The restaurant is closed, and the staff would rather watch paint dry than
I'm so sad when I think about all the bad stuff happening near Renaissance Curacao Resort Casino, Willemstad. Like, tourists come here to have a good time and then they get scammed. It's just not fair. Businesses near Renaissance Curacao Resort Casino, Willemstad, are like super shady, like they promise you the world, but it's all a lie. They'll sell you fake properties and you'll never get your money back. That's what happened at Piscadura Harbor Village. This guy, Luis Correa, he sold apartments and bungalows to tourists, promising them valid titles and contracts. But it was all a scam. He never owned the properties and people lost so much money. I predict that the victims were so shocked and angry when they found out. They probably felt so stupid for trusting this guy. I mean, who wouldn't want to own a nice vacation home near Renaissance Curacao Resort Casino, Willemstad? It sounds like a dream come true, but it was all a lie. The victims probably tried to get their money back, but it was too late. Korea had already taken off with their cash, and it's not just the tourists who got hurt. Local property managers and businesses lost money too. They thought they were dealing with a legitimate developer, but it was all a scam. I predict that they felt so betrayed and angry, they probably couldn't believe they got caught up in this mess. Businesses near Renaissance Curacao Resort Casino, Willemstad, are super reckless, They don't care about anyone but themselves. They just want to make a quick buck, even if it means hurting innocent people. It's just so wrong, like how could you do this to people? Don't you have a heart? I don't know, it just makes me so sad to think about. Tourists come to Renaissance Curacao Resort Casino, Willemstad to have a good time, and then they get scammed. It's just not fair. We need to be more careful, you know. We need to do our research and not trust everyone we meet. It's just so important to be safe, especially near Renaissance Curacao Resort Casino, Willemstad.
The businesses surrounding the Renaissance Curacao Resort Casino, Willemstad, they're a disappointment. A quiet, simmering disappointment that settles in your stomach like a bad oyster. It's not outright horrendous, mind you, it's just lacking. Lacking in basic competence, lacking in genuine hospitality, and frankly, lacking in any real regard for the traveler who's ventured here hoping for a slice of paradise. It feels like a meticulously constructed facade, beautiful on the surface, but crumbling at the edges, promising an experience it simply cannot deliver. It's as if someone read a brochure about customer service and decided to wing it. Let's begin with the dining options. Restaurants in this area operate under the assumption that your desire for a scenic view somehow justifies highway robbery and profoundly mediocre food. Take, for instance, BijBlauw. It's a name that suggests serenity, a gentle breeze, a delicate sea bass. What you get, apparently, is a frantic attempt to flag down a server who's actively avoiding eye contact, lukewarm meals arriving in a staggered, agonizingly slow procession, and a bill that will make your wallet weep. People rave about the view, and clearly, that's enough for some. But reading the accounts, it's a view enjoyed while desperately signaling for water and wondering if your meal was prepared last Tuesday. Several people recount having to physically hunt for service, rising from their tables like desperate castaways signaling for rescue. And the security disturbingly lax. One guest detailed waking to find their door wide open, a chilling realization compounded by the hotel's dismissive response and refusal to even review security footage. They blamed the guest for not closing the door properly. Really, that's the level of accountability we're dealing with. It's the sort of nonchalance that makes you feel utterly unsafe. They seem to think a pretty picture can excuse a fundamental breach of trust. It leaves you with this hollow, unsettling feeling, as if you've inadvertently stumbled into someone else's poorly scripted thriller. Then there's the Renaissance Mal Riff Fort. This isn't a vibrant marketplace brimming with local treasures. It's a carefully curated collection of overpriced trinkets and emptiness. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site that's been thoroughly colonized by commercial interests, a historical fort reduced to a glorified shopping mall. People remark on the high prices, a Coca-Cola for $7, seriously, and the general air of desperation as shopkeepers attempt to lure in cruise ship passengers. It closes early, very early. By 5 o'clock, it's a ghost town. The small beach is rocky and unpleasant, and the steak ribs restaurant, avoid it. One traveler made a reservation for Christmas Eve, only to be told upon arrival that they were closed. They were then promised they could come back for dinner, only to be denied seating without a reservation. It's a chaotic, illogical system designed to extract maximum money with minimal effort. I found myself thinking, is this what history feels like now? Just commercially exploited potential. It's deeply sad. Moving on to 8, the Experience, a spa promising blissful relaxation, you find instead a symphony of chaos. Apparently, it's less Zen retreat and more organized pandemonium. Lockers that are too small, noisy treatment rooms, and massages that range from mediocre to actively harmful. Several people reported bruising from inexperienced therapists, and the communication, non-existent. One guest was left waiting 15 minutes past their appointment time with no explanation. Another had a massage interrupted by a live band practicing nearby. The sheer lack of attention to detail is staggering. It's the sort of place where they seem to think slapping a few